dream big, work hard, have fun.
Welcome to Finding America. I'm on a 13,000-mile road trip to meet Finnish Americans and figure out why they want to be here and learn about cultural differences. You'll meet exciting Finns and hear about their journeys in America. In this episode, we're in sunny California. To be more exact, Orange County. After a summer spent with the Selänne dogs, I got this idea of crafting my own show. And after a bunch of meetings and searching for sponsors, the show became reality. This show. In this episode, I sit down with Teemu Selänne, NHL Hall of Famer, entrepreneur, tennis and golf enthusiast. The way Teemu looks at life is truly inspiring. Throughout the years in the US, he's always helped me believe in myself and my ideas. Also, leading by example on how to treat people, be open to new ideas, and taking the time to enjoy life while we still have it.
I'm happy for you, and this, you're a perfect example about that. You follow your dreams, you work hard, you always try to get better and get new ideas. Good job.
Oh, before we get on with the show, it would mean the world to me, and it would help me creating content like this in the future if you could subscribe, smash the like button, and maybe share this with a friend. See you next time. For someone who's never heard of you, how would you introduce yourself?
Just say I'm a hockey player that, follow the dreams, try to go as far as I can, and I made a pretty nice career and a long one, and I'm extremely proud of that.
Tell me briefly about how you came to America originally.
I grew up in Finland and I played hockey there, and I got drafted to Winnipeg Jets NHL team 1988. And then 92 I came over first to Winnipeg. So I played first 4 years in Winnipeg, and then I got traded here to Anaheim. So 96 was the first time I came to actually to US, like a living aspect. But I'm very lucky and happy that I started my career in Winnipeg, where the hockey was the biggest thing. Doesn't matter if you're 2-year-old or 80-year-old, people absolutely love hockey. And if you treat people well and you play well, you are like a god there. So I got to experience that. And then when I came here, the hockey, you don't get recognized in the streets. You can pretty much live your normal life, and you don't have to worry about that side of the business. And so I always remember it was below 30. When I got traded, and then first morning in Anaheim, it was 85 degrees. I mean, eating breakfast outside, and I look like, this is a heaven, So obviously it was big difference between these two places. But so I have been 25 years in the US, and like I say, I've been very, very happy here.
You've been here for a while. Do you have any pet peeves in America?
Like the driving is, the traffic here, especially in LA and California, that's probably the worst part of the living here. But the thing is, like in Finland, you have a driving school, and you have to have 30 hours in the class and then 30 hours driving with the instructor. Here, and first of all, you have to be 18. So I think that's a big difference because I don't know how many really the 16-year-olds are ready to drive. Of course, there's like a big chunk who can, but there's a lot of kids that they have no idea. And it's kind of scary, and then you take a couple driving hours, and then you take the test, and you're ready to go. So that scares me a little bit.
You could go back home, and you've retired, so you could pretty much go anywhere in the world and move your entire family there if you wanted to. Why do you want to stay in America?
I feel that this, especially California, I think it's the best place what fits our lifestyle. And I'm the guy, I need hobbies, I need activities. And you can surf in the morning, you can play tennis late morning, you can play golf and drive 2 hours to ski in the same day. That's my life. I'm the most happy when I can do things and I can keep myself busy. And I think the California was easy decision to stay, and our family loves this place. And of course, every place have a bad things and good things, but the good things are so big for us that I think this is our dream place.
How often do you go back home to Finland?
Well, now we try to go like maybe 3 times during the winter, and then summertime we're gonna be there like 2.5 months. And obviously when I played hockey, I only had chance to go there in the summertime, which is the absolutely best time to go. If anybody wants to go, I recommend to go July and August. This has been perfect. We got the best of both sides, and we have been very happy and lucky about it.
How do you spend your free time? Because you have a lot of things. You have a big family, that's one. You have 6 dogs. And then you have all your other business ventures and stuff. So talk about your free time a little bit.
The hobbies are super important for me. I play tennis, I play golf. Lately, I've been spending a lot of time with my daughter, who's taking tennis pretty serious. We hit every morning, and then usually I have some free time. I can go play golf or something, and then 4 o'clock we go practice again. So that's one thing, and obviously other kids too. We go see them in the Boston, and we travel. Tomorrow I'm going to the Napa Valley to play golf and taste some wines, and then we have the restaurant in Laguna Beach, what keeps me a little busy too. So I always dream about having own restaurant, and now we have been open for 8 years. So that's one way also to keep a little busy.
How's life been going from professional sports to being an entrepreneur? And then I'm assuming you're also doing a lot of personal investing, and that's kind of been in the background throughout your career. But talk a little bit about being an entrepreneur and owning a restaurant.
Yeah, it's funny because when I used to play, we always went to the best restaurants in every city. And I always think about that, what I like to do when I'm done playing, and somehow especially the steakhouses. I said, you know what, I like to have our own restaurant, and it would be nice to go there, maybe even work there and hang around, and maybe sometimes being behind the bar or whatever. It has been fun. I haven't been spending as much time there than I thought I will, which is kind of good because there's a lot of drinking involved when you go there, because you just can't go there and not to have a couple of drinks. But I'm very proud of our place. It's a very similar stuff that running the hockey team. We have over 40 people in the one night in the working. And we try to run the whole business like a hockey team. We want to make sure that everybody is happy, everybody has the things to do, and everybody take the pride to do their own jobs. And then we want to get know them very well. We have a Christmas parties, Christmas skating. We go to go-karting with the whole crew, and we try to make sure that the environment is the place that they're happy to come every day. I'm super proud of those guys. They work hard and they seems to be happy to come to the work. And I always say that, every person should find their own happiness by finding some job that they love to do. When you wake up in the morning, every day, you have a smile in your face because you want to do that what you love to do.
How do you define success?
Success, there's so many moving parts, but the one thing you have to have a passion for that, and you have to work hard. You have to expect every day the best out of you. It's always start for yourself. First you do your job. You want to be a good example, and then I always believe that's everybody else gonna chip in and adopt that when you do things right.
Do you consider yourself lucky?
Many ways. I think the biggest way to say how lucky you are, that when you look around, what kind of people you have. Even coaches, teammates, I think they have helped me so much, and they have been great examples. It's not always automatic like that. When I look back and I said how lucky I was, I was right place in the right time with the right people, and I'm so thankful for that, because things could be different, And then when you talk about, about the life, that you always hope that you're not wrong place at the wrong time when something bad happens. So many different ways. I feel so lucky, and obviously not only my own family, my friends, my kids. I try to be thankful for every day that what I have. You can't take anything for granted.
I've known you guys for almost 10 years now, and there's a couple of things that I've taken away that I really like. You guys have this in your family where you're never supposed to leave angry, because you never know what will happen.
Yeah.
I love that, and I've told it to many other people, and they'll be like, okay, we're gonna do that for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
So that's been a great lesson. When we talk about success, what kind of differences do you see between Finnish culture, how they see success, and American culture? Because in Finland we do have these sayings, the old Finnish sayings that are always against succeeding, and you should never be the best.
Yeah, I think there's two ways to look at it. I think everybody wants to do the best performance, whatever you do. I think that it takes a lot of pride and discipline and right things that you can achieve that. But for some reason, I don't feel that Finland is enough hungry about having success as a job or a career, because I think the money driving goals are not there. I don't think the government is helping you enough to give you a chance to succeed in the business. And if you look average salaries under 4,000, that doesn't really push you in your dreams with career-wise about money. But the people who wants to make a difference in their life and they would like to have something more and special, I don't think it's there. And that's why those people usually leave from the country and they try to find the career somewhere else. There's a lot of good things about Finland. I'm very proud that I'm from there.
And so Teemu, how do you define failure?
I try not to even think about that. The thing is, I think when you decided to do something, the right way is not to even have an option that you can fail. But people, of course, it happens, and you can't be afraid of that. And you just have to make sure that when those things happen, you're gonna find how to bounce back. Like we all do mistakes. We have sometimes unlucky or whatever reason we fail, but it's all about the way how you turn things around and come back. I always say that you judge the people when things go wrong. And I think that's really good character check for everybody that, like we're all great guys and when things go well and we have a good day, but when you have a bad day and you can still be a good guy and do the right things and show some good leadership, that's how you judge people. And I think that's what separates people.
You have a technique on how to not bring your anger from the game or disappointment, how to not bring it home. You want to tell people that?
Yeah, so I had a 10 minutes rule. So when I played well, I said, you know what, if you think you got and your shit doesn't stink, you can do that 10 minutes. Just feel it. But after that, it's over. And you're just normal guy and you start pushing the next one. Same thing when you play bad and you're down. Just cry 10 minutes if you have to. Or what, I don't care, Feel bad, but you know what, 10 minutes, it's over and same thing, you go forward. And I think I did a good job because I don't, obviously, of course it's easier when you play well most of your career, but I guaranteed when I came home after the game, my family, my wife didn't know if I played unbelievable or I played like shit, I really tried not to bring work at home. Maybe the Colorado year was different, my knee was bad and I wasn't really enjoying hockey as much as I usually do. And I think sometimes when I drove to the rink and I checked myself in the mirror and I saw a sad man, but after that year I realized how much I loved the game and I started appreciating the good times way more. So when I look back, I really believe that the Colorado year was super important for me. I really showed my eyes again about what I have and how lucky I have been. And luckily we have the lockout year the following year, so I got my knee fixed. It was long rehab, 10 months, but I came back stronger than ever and that gave me a chance to have a happy ending in my career.
Teemu, let's talk about Finnishness. What makes Finnish people unique, if anything?
I think the Finnish people, they're super hardworking guys and they take a lot of pride to do. Maybe they do a little less, but they try to do things well. And especially like if you look at your mom and dad, they were willing to do anything that the family has a good life. And some people work two jobs that they can afford to have a good life for their family and stuff. So, they don't give up. They come for their background that they're gonna find a way some way, and you have to appreciate that.
And what does it mean to be Finnish to you?
Well, that's the one thing. I think that identity is the most important. That you just find a way somehow. There's not nothing like when I grew up. We didn't have anything extra. We didn't have We have enough money that we had everything, but we didn't have anything extra. We had even in our stove we heated with the logs. Finally, when we had a chance to buy a little house, our toilet was outside. We're not complaining. We're just happy we had a nice big backyard and nice old wood house. I'm very proud of my background. The independence country. It's clean. It's most part very safe. They have the right values there, and they look after the people who has the problems and stuff. 5.5 million people. I think you can do that. But of course, now when you get older and you look how things could be there, there's a lot of things what I think we could do better there. The people seems to be pretty happy, and I think that's the most important thing there.
Finland pops up in the most random ways in popular culture. Like most recently, it was a meme where it was Elon Musk is richer than Finland. Before that, I've seen Saturday Night Live or different TV shows. They mention Finland, or a president mentions our education system. Do you have any fun stories or examples where Finland randomly popped up?
When Conan O'Brien said about if you wanna kill somebody, take it to Finland, because the jail time what you get from doing something bad, it's absolutely a joke. And I agree. If you murder somebody or rape somebody, there should be a way harder punishments, and that's one thing what we have to start changing, because that's not fair. And then speeding tickets. I always the people ask, is that really true that the speeding tickets are based on your income? I said, yeah, I paid one time 55,000. I said, what? I said, you like it or not, that's the case. And of course I don't like it. That's how the system works. And I paid my fine and moved on.
How do you keep Finnish traditions going? Because your kids have grown up in America.
We only speak Finnish at home. We take a lot of pride that the kids they have a perfect Finnish, and that's one way to stay connected to Finland. And of course, in the summertime we always go there, and the kids love that. It's a beautiful. Especially summertime. People are so friendly. It's a healthy environment, I think, to go to Finland. And of course, in the Christmas time here, we always do Finnish tradition. We built a sauna here. I think the sauna is the biggest culture thing what comes from Finland. And
everybody has dark days. There's bad times, and you have your 10-minute rule. But are there some other ways you notice that you get over the dark days or the bad days, or when you have sad days? How do you get over those?
I think the key thing is still try to do something that you love to do. And I think that's what comes with obviously living in California when you have the sun. I think the light is almost like a battery for me. We even take the shades out of our bedroom, because I love to wake up when the sun comes up. It brings a smile in my face. And of course, everybody has tough days, but you just have to make sure that you find something positive in that day. And it's not easy, And of course, there's people that they are struggling with the big issues, and it's always a challenge to get over with the bad days. But I always believe that being around happy people, positive people, it helps. And when you have a tough day, just try to find little things, little things build up the good days again. But like I said, it's a challenge that everybody has to find their own way to balance. And
you mentioned mentorship. So how important has coaching and mentorship been in your career?
It's super important. Example, and then mentor. And I think for me, I was very lucky that my dad actually was very wise man. He's still a wise man, but I didn't understand what he did until later. I always remember when I was playing, when I was a little kid, like 10, 12, and we had a 40 minutes drive to the practice or game to the home. And a lot of times I didn't feel I was playing very well. And we always used to talk about on the way that, the feedback, like how I played and what do you think and how I felt there. And, we always try to get better, and be very honest. And, So I always thought that, you know what, my dad was every practice too. He was only dad who was every practice. And we always went through my practice as well, you know. Every time when I felt a little down, he always found some unbelievable, you know, remember that you were unbelievable. And I said, is this guy a little cuckoo, you know, like that, you know, I don't think I played it well. And he found nothing. Remember that, you know, I loved how you handled this way, boy. And I said, you know, this guy's, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. But then when I played well, I come to the car and I'm like, he always find something negative. I'm like, now this guy is idiot. You know, like I played unbelievable. I was the best player on the ice. And he just find one after another that what I could do better or I didn't do well. Until later I understand that, you know, how smart he was. Like when I was a little down, he pushed me up. When I played well and he didn't let me go up, he said he kept me like honest and that I don't get too satisfied by, because my coach always said that, you know, the day when you're satisfied about yourself, you can get better. And it's so smart. Even you played well, there's always the thought that you could be a little better and try to be better next day. You know, and that's, you have to stay hungry, you have to stay pushing. And that's why the 10 minutes rule is perfect either way, because you never as good as they tell you, and you never as worse as they tell you. Just the real truth is something in the level. And then when you come to the media and the fans, when they tell you you're unbelievable, you know, you almost won the game by yourself, that's totally crap. There's not such a thing that Selänne scored hat-trick, Ducks won. It was not. I did my part. My job. I know I have a way bigger job than some other guys. I just did my job. I did it good, but I needed everybody else, and that's what the team sport is all about, you know. And a lot of times, you know, I know it bothers a lot of people that, you know, like some people gets more credit for different things, and you get in the spotlight that you deserve, that you get, you know, a little bit mentioned that you played well, but that's not why you won. You know, so I always try to make sure that I appreciate everybody's job, and I always tell the guys, I don't care if you play 2 minutes or play 30 minutes, just give the best 2 minutes if you can, and just dream big, work hard, find a way that, you know, you're gonna be one day the guy who plays 30 minutes, you know. So, and don't accept this. Show in the practice how good you can be. Because in the games, if you play 2 minutes, I don't care who you are, you can't steal the spotlight for 2 minutes. You know, you need that tools, and the tools usually as a hockey player is the minutes you play. You know, so I knew that older you get, you start appreciating the little things what some other guys do. You know, and when I look back to the championships teams that I played, even the juniors, you know, like there's a lot of unique players that I didn't understand their values until after.
So Teemu, we're gonna do a word association play. I'll give you 10 words, and you tell me what you think about them. First word, blue.
I think it's a Finnish color, and I think it's a home country.
White.
Well, same thing. You know, white and blue, that's a Finnish flag.
Sauna.
Sauna is the biggest thing what comes out of Finland. It's a happy place.
Sisu.
You never give up. Just hard work, and that's what the Finns are so special. They never give up.
Black.
Death, you know, and
green.
Green, obviously, that brings me the freshness and environment beauty, and something really healthy.
Coca-Cola.
Very cold Coca-Cola. I always remember the commercial when I was young. There's this couple walking the beach. They're all really sweaty. They opened the cooler, super cold Coca-Cola, and said, I want a Coca-Cola right now.
The Matrix.
Pass. I think it's a Keanu Reeves movie, but I don't think I've even seen that.
Finland.
Finland, home country, safe, good, happy place, and I love Finland very much.
And last word, love.
Love, that's what life is all about. I think the love, what I can give and what I achieve, it's something that brings happiness, and I think it's the most important thing in the life.
And what do you have to say to the next generation of entrepreneurs and leaders?
I think the one thing is that I always said, dream big, work hard, have fun, and just try to find a way to be happy. And for the leaders, I say, I think it takes a lot of skill to learn how to lead right way, how to treat people different way, but still get best out of everybody. I think that's good challenge. Some people you have to give a hug, some people you have to even yell sometimes, but you have to find a way to do the right job.
Thanks, Teemu, for taking the time to first do this interview and then also helping me before I started this project to dream big.
I'm happy for you, and this, you're a perfect example about that. You follow your dreams, you work hard, you always try to get better and get new ideas. Good job.